Hey guys, I'm really sorry it's been a while since I've updated. I've had a lot of stuff going on, so I want to give you guys an update. Everything is still perfectly fine, no issues with the abutment, nothing's come loose or anything like that. I have not gotten my night guard yet, and you know what? I haven't even contacted them to find out if they had sent it, but I forgot that I moved, and so they don't have my current address, and so if they did try to send it, they probably sent it to my old address, and that's extremely irresponsible of me, since I now know that I clench my teeth at night, and I need to either knock it off, which is probably not going to happen, or I need to wear a night guard, or else I'm going to end up in the same situation that I was in before. So I'll contact them and see if they can send that to my new address. So that's the update. I mean, everything is great. Nothing is going wrong or anything like that. I did get some information from Carlos, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how to articulate this to you guys without sounding like I'm being superficial. I'm not a superficial person. People who know me and actually interact with me know that about me. On video, you can see that my teeth look really great. They look really great. They look great in person. I get complimented on them like all the time, and it's so crazy to me because I came from where a lot of you are at right now, and that is broken off teeth, broken at the gum line, discolored, just, completely disastrous setup that I hit all the time. And so it's so weird to get compliments on my smile. Like most recently, a lady at my son's school was like, she just had to stop, and she was like, I just have to tell you, like, your teeth are gorgeous. I know you spent a lot of money. And I was kind of in a hurry to get my kids out because I was signing them out early, and so I didn't have time to really get into it with her, so I just thanked her. Usually if I've got a moment and somebody, like, goes on and on and on about my teeth, then I will tell them straight up, they're not mine. That's how I got them that white. That's why they look that perfect, because they were constructed in a lab somewhere, So that feels really awesome to, have people tell me that I have a beautiful smile, because it's crazy. I mean, it's crazy. With that said, I'm gonna give you a little story, okay? When I was in Vegas, I was in Caesar's Palace, and I was looking for the forums, and I got lost. And so there was a guy, like, kind of youngish. He might have been like a couple years younger than me, a few years younger than me or whatever. He was an attractive young guy. I am totally married. Like, I'm not, talking up this dude or anything, but he was an attractive young guy, and he was smiling and waving me over there, and he had a kiosk, and we know how that goes and everything. Like, they try to sell you their product or whatever, but I thought that he could point me in the direction of the forums. He was like, yeah, I'll show you. And so I went over there, and like, he's showing me his product, and so I didn't want to be rude and be like, oh no, 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 that's okay, I'm gonna go now. So I sat down and let him do his thing with my face. I have wrinkles, by the way. Thanks for letting me know that. He was trying to sell some kind of wrinkle cream or whatever. Anyways, he was telling me how pretty my smile was and asking me how I got my teeth so white. I had a moment, and so I told him, and he did not believe me. He laughed and thought that I was joking until I showed him up close. I, got up close, and I smiled just like that, and I showed him my gums, and then he said, oh, now I see, I can tell somewhat that something might be going on. And he was totally nice about it and everything like that. I mean, he still felt like I hadn't tried to smile, but that's the thing that you all need to know, is that when you get face to face, like in close proximity with somebody who has bridges like this, it's you can tell. But the thing is, like, in my situation, especially because I'm married, I'm not dating or anything, I don't really get so close to people's faces a lot to where they can fixate. But I have a pretty smile, and so I know people are probably trying to inspect and figure out like what's going on, and I don't mind that at all, because I'm upfront. Like, I will tell anybody that I lost my teeth when I was 26, and I got dentures for 2 years, and then I won a contest. But I'll tell them everything because that's just who I am as a person in general. I'm very open. I don't. There's not a lot that embarrasses me or that I'm ashamed of, which is fine if you don't want to tell people. But that's the thing. If you are in a situation where you're going to be in close proximity with somebody, they might be able to detect it just by the gum area. I was upset. I was upset, not for myself, because I'm totally happy with this. Like, I'm okay with this. Like, this is not an issue for me. I didn't have to pay a dime for it. But, like, coming from the perspective that people are going to spend $45,000 on this, it's like, why don't they look more realistic in the gum area? Why not, you know? And here I am assuming things, thinking I've got like top of the line teeth. Why do they look flat? And that's the thing about them. The gum area, there's nothing wrong with the teeth. Talking like this, you'd never tell. The gums are flat. It's a flat surface, and it's very like the shade is just one solid color. There's no variation in color. There's no contouring or anything that mimics natural gums. They don't look natural at all. At first glance, you would never know. Like, just talking casually to your coworkers, you would never know. Somebody would have to get, like, right there and see it in order to be able to tell that something might be going on. Maybe they'll never suspect that, you know, it is an entire bridge of teeth or whatever. But that's the deal. And so, you know, I was thinking, you know, people, do they know that that is what it is? That that's what they're going to be getting or not? And so I contacted Carlos, and they offer Zirconia bridges. That is top of the line. So this is not going to look like identical to how your gums would look. Like I said, teeth, not a problem. Gums, kind of a problem. Depending on, you know, what you want, honestly, like, you know, coming from what I came from, like, as far as my teeth went, like, this is, like, can't compare. Like, there is no comparison. This is amazing. For me, in general, right now, my teeth look amazing. But, like, if you want something that is going to look 100% real, like, as real as you can get with prosthetic teeth, then you're going to be spending a lot of money. He said that it is like $25,000 an arch for the Zirconia bridges. So the base price of those top of the line teeth are $50,000 going upward. So, you know, if you have that kind of money, then, and you want to spend it, then that option is available to you there. But if you're going to get their basic package, then this is what you're going to get. And it doesn't look bad. It looks great, you know. But the gums, they do not look like real gums. And it is what it is. And I'm not trying to, like, be mean about that or anything like that. But I have to be honest and let you know exactly what you're getting. And that's what you're getting. That's number one. Number two is the bone loss. That is something that you need to understand. When you lost your teeth, if you lost your teeth, then your bone started to shrink as soon as those teeth were pulled. It started the process of bone loss. Implants, the nice thing about implants is that it will preserve what bone you have left. Because, and I've mentioned it before, and you can look at it online, it's osseointegration. I think I said that right, and I think it's the right word. And it basically it's where the bone kind of forms to the implants, because the implants kind of act like teeth. I'm not getting into that, but back to the whole bone loss thing. After you lose your teeth, if you're getting implants and you're coming from no teeth whatsoever, you've experienced bone loss, and you need to confirm with the dentist up front that you're going to look how you would look had you have never lost your teeth. That's just what it is. You need to confirm that up front, because people who look at me right now are going to say, you know, I don't see what you're talking about. You look gorgeous. Your smile is pretty. Like, you know, and I understand that, and that's okay. That's fine. But I'm telling you right now, my face is not in this area as full as it was prior to getting them. My dentures filled my face out more. Some people didn't like that. Some people thought that that looked ridiculous. I didn't. I liked it. I liked how it filled me out a little bit more. And at times, it's like, at certain times, it's like more apparent. Like maybe in this lighting, it doesn't look as bad, but I don't know. I can tell. And so it might take on a different appearance depending on who you are and how your face looks. But you want it to look natural. You want it to look full. You don't want your lips going in like that, which can happen if you've experienced bone loss. So please, if you're going to get this done, you need to know everything up front. You need to talk to the dentist, and Dr. Golpa is willing to work with you on whatever it is that you want. You just have to be able to express that to them, and don't assume that they know what you want, because everybody's idea of what looks good is totally different. It's totally different. Like I said with my dentures, they were kind of bulky. I happen to like that. I liked that it was a little bit bulkier up here. Some people commented that it was too much. Whatever. It's what I wanted. What you want might not be what Dr. Golpa and his staff thinks looks good on you, so you need to be able to convey exactly what it is that you want. So discuss that with whoever you go to up front. How will you compensate for the fact that I have lost bone? Are you going to build, can the bridges be bulked up to make up for that? Like, how far out can they go to fill all this area in? Like, for instance, one thing that I see as a problem with the bottom bridges is that, number one, this is why it has been kind of difficult for me to learn how to talk without sounding lispy, is because this is a little bit narrow. It appears like it's going inwards, but the space, it kind of crowds my tongue a little bit. And I learned how to talk or whatever, and I don't know why it's like that. Maybe it could be because I lost so much bone down there, but, you know, a simple fix would be to kind of flare those out, and then that would, you know, support this area more than it is right now. And I'm not bitching about it or anything like that. I'm just stating, like, you know, I'm calling it how I see it, and that's how I see it. And so you need to make sure up front that they're going to support your face. Don't assume anything. I mean, I can live with this. I'm happy with it and everything like that. I feel great. You know, I can smile, I can talk, everything's fine. But that is a little nagging issue that I have with these, that, you know, if I would have known then what I know now, I would have tried to figure out how we could correct that, because, you know, they aren't mind readers and they don't know exactly what you want, and it's hard for you to express exactly what you want when you don't really know what you want, if that makes any kind of sense. It could be that maybe they can't do that and you would have to have bone grafting. I mean, who knows? But that is an issue that you might run into if you're coming from no teeth to implants, and that's that you've lost bone. Make sure that your face is not going to cave in or look funny with your bridges. So discuss that with whoever you go to up front. So that's that, and I'm running out of time. I'm sorry that it's been so long since I've updated. I will try to get back on my regular Thursday schedule this week. So you guys take care.